So here's our goodies. They gave us a strap here. I'm not sure what that is yet. To do what? Maybe pick it up. There's a koozie, sticker, drill bit. There's a meter template for the battery. Heavy duty solenoid. There's a 48 volt resistor there. There's our inverter. Comes with a wiring harness. We got the fuse block here. Some fuses and some ring spades. It's got a manual. There's our charger. Comes with the charger port, which is pretty nice. It has a rubber seal on it. I like that. That's pretty cool. There's the cord for it. And down here, we have the Bedrock battery. This is the 48 volt, 105 amp hour battery. It's packaged very nice. There's our ports on this side. The other sides are just solid. Very heavy. It was packaged nice. So next we'll get into installing it on this club car Precedent. I believe it's a 2018. I've already removed the batteries from it. I'm going to take out these two torque screws. There's one there and there's one there. That'll allow us to pull this trim off here. And then we're going to lift up the floorboard, take out the boots around the pedals there. And that'll allow us access to run our wiring behind here, back in this groove, so we can get our meter put up here on the dash and get our lights tied and so forth. So we removed the screws that were on the side here, one here and there. There's also a couple down here. Two reasons we do that. One is to lift up this floor pan so we can access the routes to run the cables up in. Second of all, it allows us to get this front shroud off, which pops off, and that'll allow us access to change out the port here for the charging. Here's our battery template. So you can pre-drill all your holes, or a couple on each end, so you can secure the battery in place. Now I'll put the battery in last because I need to change the solenoid, and there's a little bit of wiring you have to do at the onboard computer because we are changing that port for the charging. So there's another torque screw here. We'll remove that screw. We'll pull this forward. You lift that up. Just kind of lay that in there. As you can see, there's your solenoid. We're going to install the heavy-duty solenoid in there, install our resistor that we have, and make a couple wiring changes. All right, we got the floor pan removed. We didn't have to remove this here. It's just a rubber mat that sits down in there, but there are 3 torque bits, bolts that run down the front of this. We're going to remove those next, and then we're going to pop off this front shroud. This was a little tough to get off. It snaps up underneath the fiberglass here. So once you pull the bottom out and tilt it on an angle, once you pull it out and tilt it on an angle, you're able to pull it out this way. Just set that aside. That gives us total access to the charging port. You can see a couple Phillips screws there. We'll take those out and get this charging plug changed out. Got their charging port disassembled and hanging out the front. You follow that wire loom back and it comes up right here. And it has a blue, a black, and a red wire. The red wire, now remember, this is only pertains to a 08 or newer club car Precedent. And when the directions are extremely clear in this, they talk about it in step 5 right here on what to remove and what to do with those wires. So we're going to unbolt the red wire from the solenoid. We're going to undo the blue wire here that's plugged in, and we're going to unbolt the black wire that goes to the onboard computer. Once that's removed, we can pull the harness out and we're good to go. We can put the new charging port in and hook it up accordingly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to reinstall the kick plate. So this kick plate will go back up under here. Let's see if I can hold this camera up in here. So this is going to go up in here and snap back in. We installed the front kick plate again, and it's quite a little procedure to get it on and off. It takes a little bit of finagling. Okay, my kick plate's in. Just got to snap it up underneath there. And we'll tighten these screws down here in a minute. I'm going to take this bracket. It's going to go in these two grooves right here. Just rolls up in there and sits there just like that. Take this cord, feed it through to your battery compartment, and line this up. A couple pieces of hardware to secure that in there. We get that secured and bolt these Torx bits back in. That'll secure the front kick plate here. So we got the kick plate all fastened down. There's our, put our Torx bits back in there. There's our new Bedrock charger. Plug your cord into. I like the fact that it has this rubber cover on there. All right, next, I'm going to change out this solenoid, and we're going to put the heavy-duty solenoid in as it was recommended by this manufacturer. So here's our old solenoid, and it just slides forward and pops out of there. Lifts right off. There's just a couple clips go on the back side, slide in that slot. Here's our new heavy-duty solenoid, which you can see the physical size of difference. And also, here's our new resistor that'll run between terminals, just like your old solenoid. The blue wires, blue and the blue-white, will hook up respectively to one here and one here on the spade post. All right, we'll change out this solenoid. Now, the old solenoid was mounted on this portion right here that's kind of set back on the plate. As you can see, this solenoid is quite a bit larger. And so when you mount it on here, you don't have quite the clearance back in behind here because there's a plate here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this solenoid around. I'm going to spin this around, and I'm going to mount this thing sitting just like this. That way I can meet my clearance that I need and get this installed. So we got our solenoid installed. Battery cables are on. Got my resistor in there. Got my start wires. Big difference in size. So what I did is I mounted it in front of where it used to be mounted, so I could have clearance back in behind here because I only have a few inches of room. Now we're going to reinstall this plate, get it bolted back down, and start getting our charging and meter ran up to the front dash. So we have our battery installed. We got our cables run up to the front. There's a single orange that has to run up to the dash. That's located right here. That is going to go on the key ignition switch. This particular model, the outgoing wire is going to be the blue. So we're going to use a T-tap, and we're going to tap into this blue wire right here. The other is a modular plugs, pin plugs, and they go into the back of the meter, which is right here. They're going to plug into the back of that. We're going to mount this in the dash. We're going to drill a hole in the dash, mount that just about right in here where that seam is. And once that's done, we'll put the 4-pan back in, reattach the dash, and we'll move on to mounting the inverter charger. And I bought an accessory fuse box. All right, we got our control line hooked up. This goes to the hot wire that comes off the switch. I was able to get online and find a wiring schematic to show me which was the power. Then we turn around, we cut our battery meter in there, get it clamped down in the back. So we're going to reinstall the dash in here, vacuum up our mess, and then we'll reinstall the floor mat and move on to locating the charger, the inverter, and my accessory fuse block. Got our all put back together. Torque screws went back in, a couple on each side. This mat just lays down in there, tucks up underneath the dash. There's our meter. Dash is all put back together. Now it's time to take care of this mess in here. Charger, converter, fuse block. Let's pick a spot for those and get those mounted, and then we'll do some wiring. Alrighty, we got battery cables hooked up. There's our main power cord going in. There's your charger, and then there is your inverter. That powers up my fuse block, which is right here. And got my negative put on there. Got my display. I got 52.6 volts at 48%. So that's cool. Did a little wire management here. Kind of got things tidied up best I could with what you have to work with. Everything's mounted. This is a Bedrock battery install on a 2018 Club Car Precedent. I can say one thing out of the entire install. Directions were very clear. The hardest part was mounting the battery and running the bolts down through the bottom of the battery box. Underneath, that battery box is waffled. So there's lots of little cores in it, and it's guaranteed you're going to be right next to the wall of a waffle, and you're going to have to do a little bit of multi-tool removal to get that waffle out of the way so you can tighten up your bolts, or your nuts actually. And they're nice and secure. Everything went real smooth. Turn our key on. We have headlights coming out the front. We got tail lights in the rear. I'll give her a little. Yep, she's gonna move right on, take right off. So that is the Bedrock battery install. Good luck.